Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading. So we're going to tune into your energy to see what's coming up around you. We're going to tune in to see what it is you need to focus on, what self-care tips we're going to get from you, what spirit wants to tell you, and overall just a bunch of information that's going to come through for this next week. Okay, this is not a love reading, so if you wanted a love reading, let's focus on you, baby, first. So I do want to say that I will be starting off with tarot, of course, as always, followed by oracle cards. For some reason, I'm doing your oracle cards on camera. The other signs, I was pulling them out before recording. So for you, like I said, it's always different, Gemini. I don't know why, but I just go with the flow of things. Okay, the only one I did pull out was the Work Your Light Oracle, which is going to tell me what path you're taking or what it is you're going through when it comes to your career. We're going to be tuning into what's coming up for the full moon and new moon. For the month of April, we do have a full moon in Scorpio, which is very powerful for sex magic if you're trying to manifest something into your life. Just wanted to point that out there, Gemini. Okay, so we're also going to be tuning into what you need to surrender in order to let your abundance come in. Okay, sometimes we tend to block our own abundance by you know, just energy blocks. So you feel you can do things, or, you know, you're scared in some type of way of moving forward in a different direction. We're going to tune into that as well. We're going to see what kind of contracts are coming your way. Now, these contracts can be spiritually, or these contracts can simply be, you know, physical contracts that you may be signing, or initiations you may be going through as well. Some type of career change. To others of you, you may be stepping into a more spiritual role. You may be taking a more spiritual tone into your life, and so that's why you may be getting a initiation of some kind as well. So we're going to tune into all this to see what's coming your way. I have pulled out mermaid cards as well. I have two for you right there, and then I have your sparks of kindness and balance before I forget. So that's why I just kind of stuck them there so I wouldn't forget them this time, because I've been forgetting them for some of the readings. So let's move these out of the way. Gemini, this is for all Gemini signs. If you're new here, you guys, for your money and career, which I do once a month, if it's something you're interested in, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But for your money and career readings, I suggest watching from your MC sign, your Jupiter, your North Node especially. Your sun sign may resonate, but I definitely suggest your rising sign. Okay, so check those out for sure. Make sure you know your birth chart and you read your birth chart often to see, you know, where it is you stand and what it is you need to do, and in order to come into your life's purpose and to see what it is that you really need to be doing on this earth or lifetime. So let's go ahead and start off with your affirmation, Gemini. Everything I need comes to me in the perfect time. Okay, so timing is everything. If you're being a little impatient with something, or you've been waiting on something, just know it's going to come to you at the perfect timing. I relax and enjoy life. I know that whatever I need to know is revealed to me in the perfect time and space sequence. I love this because I get a sense like if you want to know something really bad, it's kind of asking you to like kind of like sit back in the darkness, or sit back with your divine feminine energy and kind of just wait for it to like come to you. Like if you want to know answers about somebody, or like you're watching tarot readings in order to figure out if someone's being loyal to you or not, it's kind of like asking for you to like just sit back and let it fall to you. Because I feel like ultimately if you ask your guides and God or the universe for answers or guidance, it's almost like they want you to just wait and kind of like sit back and let that come to you instead of you looking for things. Okay, so some of you may be wanting to know your life's purpose, and it's kind of asking you to just, all right. So there you are, Queen of Swords, the Hermit, very, very nice energy, King of Cups, and the Tower coming up in the beginning. Okay, so there may be some changes coming your way in the month of, I almost said February. That's weird. Maybe changes happen to you in February, and that's why that's coming up. For some of you, you may have lost your job, or you may have had changes in your job. Maybe you got demoted, or maybe you got promoted. Whatever the case is, I definitely see you advancing when it comes to your job, because the Tower and the King of Cups, to me, that's like an emotional fulfillment that may have been almost shocking. So to you guys, something may have happened. Wow, to me, something may have happened within yourself that changed maybe your perspective or your views, Gemini. Yeah, especially the way I flipped over these two cards before I did these, even though these came out first. I'm getting a sense that this already happened for some of you. Others of you, you're just stepping into this, stepping into your own power is what I'm getting, stepping into what emotionally is going to fulfill you. So you may be finding a job that's more emotionally fulfilling, that you love more versus, you know, what it pays, something like that. For others of you, something, I'm getting like a shocking moment is going to come your way that's going to change things. Overall, it's going to put you in your power. I feel like it's going to make you communicate better. It's going to have, yeah, it's going to make you a better communicator. But this offer that you're going to get your way it's definitely going to be a financial offer, you guys, because I saw it in the cards right now. I flipped through my cards as well to get answers. But Gemini, what I saw is you're going to have to maybe work 2 jobs. Or you're going to have to pick and choose in between 2 jobs or 2 maybe financial situations of where you want to invest your money in or something like that. For others of you, you may be having to help someone out with money. Wow. Okay. Well, anyways, something's going to come your way. It's going to seem kind of shocking. You're going to be like, well, wait a minute, you know, where is this going to take me? And ultimately you're going to stand in truth, and you're going to see things from a perspective where you're going to see, is this going to benefit me or not? You know, how is this going to benefit me? Is it going to put me in a place where I'm going to be happy and I'm going to feel loved and I'm going to feel appreciated? Or is it going to, you know, not help me at all? I also see you keeping to yourself a lot more. It's almost like you're cutting or setting boundaries in between your boss. Okay. And even though the King of Cups is very, your boss may be a water sign. They don't have to be, but they may be. It's almost like you're holding the sword up to this, you're taming this beast here, this dragon. It's like you're taming it, or you're cutting it off in some type of way. Very interesting. Well, anyways, moving forward, I do see that you're going to be keeping it to yourself with the Hermit card. I feel like any investments you want to do this month, really look into them to see if you know it's going to be beneficial for you and it's going to make you really happy. So whatever changes you have coming your way, make sure you put yourself first. Okay? That's like just the main message I'm getting is like, put yourself first. Look within and see if it's worth doing. You know what I mean? Whether this is investing into something that has to do with art. I'm getting art, I'm getting poetry, I'm getting communication, I'm getting maybe starting a YouTube channel about a hobby you like to do. Look and see if some of you may be doing this, is what I'm getting as well. Wow. Okay. Well, let's move forward. I'm going to pull out a card on any initiations you may be going through, because I do see you going through some spiritual awakening. You get the vision. Some of you... Okay, so this is something I had got that I didn't mention. Some of you may be getting spiritual gifts handed to you because of the work you've been putting in, or you may have gone through a hard spiritual awakening, and so now you're stepping into your power. Some of you may be a Gemini Cancer cusp as well, but what I'm seeing is you're stepping into your power to figure out what kind of special gifts you have. And let me tell you, wow. Okay, so I'm going to take that Kairos card and the vision. Some of you may be getting visions in your dreams. Some of you may have the power of vision, of seeing visions, and maybe this becomes reality. And I know this has almost nothing to do with money, but spiritually, if you're trying to advance with your spiritual gifts, this is very important. And it's almost like a job, to be honest with you, tapping into your spiritual gifts. So I need to make note of that for those of you that are ascending in spirituality, or trying to figure out, you know, what your life's purpose is. A lot of you may be noticing a lot of synchronicities. So what I'm getting is, you know, the change is coming when you start to see a lot of number synchronicities. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. Or when maybe you dream about something and then something similar happens in the real life. You know, it's like you dream about owls and then you start seeing owls in real life. You know what I mean? Something like that. Beware of those synchronicities, because that's when you know something is going to happen. Okay. I don't feel like if this is anything bad. Ultimately, I feel like your career changes, your money changes, things like that will happen when you start to see the synchronicities around you this month. Overall, I see you setting boundaries, like I said, with your coworkers. Okay. So if this is, you know, having to tell your coworkers, hey, I already did this, like, you, now it's your turn, you need to do that kind of thing, you know what I mean? For others of you, this is standing in your power as a boss, okay, and telling people you got to do this, this and that, or, you know, like setting your rules very clear. So of course, Gemini, I mean, this card had to pop out, right? Surrender to obsessive thinking. As Geminis, if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will bring you clarity, even solve the problem. To me, I see that you're going to be solving problems this month when it comes to your career situation, maybe even business problems. Like if you have your own business and you're very successful with it, but there's still some issues you have to deal with. Maybe people quit, or maybe even coworkers quit, where it's going to have you step into a role where you have to cover those shifts or something like that. I see you finding solutions for that too with the Hermit card. It's like looking within or turning things over to spirit or your higher self to take care of things, you know, for you. And I do get a sense of overthinking, right? I also feel like you guys want to rush into like your vision, like whatever it is you want to do. Like maybe this is a dream job or something, like you just want to rush into it, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow and you know, allow things to unfold naturally. So Gemini, new moon and full moon energy, please. New moon and full moon energy for Gemini. The apple and Virgo is all about health. Some of you may be taking care of your health a little bit more this month, or maybe even taking care of your health or the way you're eating may help with your spiritual gifts as well. And there you are. Communication is key. Some of you may be having to communicate very clearly, whether this is with a boss or a coworker. For others of you, you're going to have to share your voice. Like if you want to start your YouTube channel, or you want to share maybe stuff that you know, maybe you know a lot about working out or health or something like that. You may want to share those things with an online community. Whatever it is, Gemini, I almost called you Libra. Whatever it is, Gemini, I do see you, maybe you're dealing with a Libra this month. This can be a person that you work with. Whatever the case is, I see things going in your favor ultimately, because the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords and the Hermit, this is like you minding your own business, and so things are going to start unfolding for you very nicely. All right, so I pulled out two of these actually. So you get Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. You may belong to an original, okay, so some of you, like the way a mundane way of looking at this card is you're going to be dealing with like coworkers you've been dealing with a long time, or some of you may be at your job for a very long time, 9 years. Some of you may have been at your job for a long time, like 9 years, and like you're like working with people who you worked with from the beginning, or maybe someone's coming back to work for you that worked for you a while ago. I don't know why I'm getting that. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Okay, so in some type of way, there's something you're doing this month that's going to help you break the chain. And this can be just following your heart, all right? Maybe your ancestors had trouble following their heart. Maybe they did things because, you know, their parents did things. And so they followed that ancestral pattern. But I see you doing something different. I feel like you have a very beautiful vision, and see this eye and then the vision. It's like you're looking into the future to see what the future holds. I feel like this is you doing this. Wow. Okay, so mermaid energy here, we get strength, stay afloat, and feel steady and calm. Reflect, peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. See, that's the same thing. It's like peering in. You're peering into something. Maybe you're reflecting. Maybe you're doing some kind of reflecting or reflections. Yeah. To see if you're really happy where you're at in your job. Okay. For others of you, something's going to happen to you that's going to be, it's going to be shocking, but it's going to be something very beautiful when it comes to your money. Okay. I feel like you're going to keep this to yourself ultimately, or maybe it's something you should do just in case there's haters around and stuff, you know? But overall, oh wow, whoa. Okay, so reflect with the Hermit card, that goes along very well. So reflect on whatever situation may have you stuck. Okay, whatever situation you're stuck in, reflect on that. You may have to I feel like you're going to be very busy ultimately when it comes to your job or your career. Make a list of things you love. Research a new meditation or healing practice for something you struggle with. So this is just extra advice, you guys. This also helps, you know, when you release things you don't need, your blessings come in regardless, because it's the energy you're putting out. So write a thank you note to someone. So that goes along with the King of Cups. It's like being emotionally in tune with your surroundings. Respect others by being on time. Okay, perfect time. I just saw time here. Time here. So this is telling me it's almost like be aware of the time you get to work. If you're always late, that may be something that's counting against you. You know what I mean? So listen to uplifting music and do nothing else. All right, well, that's all I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys at your other signs. Remember to check your North Node, your rising sign, and your MC sign to see if, you know, there's a bigger picture that you need to look into here, okay? See you guys next time. Bye. Bye. Bye.